Give y'all a minute to come in. Hello, Facebook. Let me make sure I'm live. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm actually live or not. So I have to go to my Facebook page and make sure I'm live. Hello. Oh, it says I'm live. Hello, everyone. Make sure I shut off my thing on my phone. There we go. I am live. All is well. I should have probably set this up a little higher so I'm not looking down, but it's all good. We live and learn. Hello, everyone. I think I do have a book. I can sit up. I don't know. Hi. Come on in. I won't be here long. I say that every time, don't I? Hi, everybody. Come on in. Let me see if I can sit this up a little higher. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I think that's a little better than what I was doing. We've got my little back thing here. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Aunt JoJo. Hey, y'all come on in. Hello. I know I haven't been live. I'm going to give y'all an update. I've been really working and doing. Don't act up. Facebook trying to act up on me saying we're not connecting. We are going to be connected today, Facebook. Yes, we are. Hello, Facebook trying to act up. There we go. Awesome. Good. All right. How is everyone doing? Y'all come on in. I see we enjoying Facebook trying to act up, but we got it. All right. So glad you guys are here. For those of you who are here, say hello. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Aunt JoJo. If you're watching the replay, please just say hello in the comments so I know that you're here. If you want to share this out, of course, you are more than welcome to do so, to share this out. It's so good to see you all. Today, I want to talk about something. I titled this live, The Strangest Secret, okay? And once I finish telling you about The Strangest Secret, you're going to know exactly, what I'm talking about. But first, I want to see how you guys are doing in this COVID-19. It looks like a lot of states and a lot of places are trying to open back up to allow people to go to restaurants. And how is everything going with you all? Is our neighborhood, how is everything going back to quote unquote normal? And we know we're not going all the way back to normal, but we are making some type of progress. So how are you guys doing? All right, good. So here, the weather has been so beautiful here that people are just they're bursting to go outside. I see a lot of children. I'm noticing that out with their kids, they're enjoying themselves, they're enjoying their lives. So I just want to see how you guys are doing as well, if you're faring as well. All right, good. I'm doing well here. My son and I are doing well. Let's dive in because I just really want to share with you all something that I have been doing, and building a coaching business has not been easy. And so I'm telling you this because people on social media will try to convince you to believe that all you have to do is do a couple of Facebook lives, get you some people to become your tribe, sell them something, and you're going to make a whole lot of money. That's not necessarily the case. That is the formula, but it's not always the reality. And so I had to, hey, Elder Void, how are you? Good to see you. And so I had to go back and I had to go back through some journals. So how did all of this start? Y'all know I journal. I'm a big journaler. I've been journaling for years. and I closed out one journal and I had to get another one, And so before I did that, I went going back and reading the journals that I had just closed. I had been praying and asking God for things that he had already given me answers to in my journal, right? So I had to go back and read back through my journal, because how many times do you take in information and then you forget that you've taken it? I don't know what is going on with my connection, but I rebuke it, telling me my phone is not connecting, and that is not true. All right, so I knew I should have went on eCam instead of just using my phone. All right, here we go. So I want to know from you all, how many times have you taken notes, written something down, went to a class, went to a conference, went somewhere, and then totally forgot what you learned? Totally forgot what you were taught, totally forgot, what you, and then you have to go back and review them again because you realize, I had the answer the entire time. And it made me think of the Wizard of Oz. You remember on the Wizard of Oz, when the witch, the good witch, told Dorothy that all she had to do was click her heels and she would have been home a long time ago. Sometimes we have the answers that we need inside of us, or written down on a piece of paper or in a notebook somewhere, and we forget. Oh my God, what is going on with Facebook? What is going on with Facebook? But for some reason it keeps telling me I'm not connected. All right, let me stop right here. Can y'all all hear me and see me? I just want to know, can you hear me and see me before I go on? Because I don't want y'all to miss this. Everyone can hear me and see me. If you can hear me and see me, please type in the comment that you can hear me and see me. Because Facebook keep telling me I'm not connected, and I want to know that you guys can hear me and see me before I go on. All right. Good. Okay. All right. Good. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. All right. So here we are. It might be the weather. It may be something else, but I just want to know you guys can hear me and see me. Okay, good. All right. So I want to talk to you about something that I had to go back to and realize that I had already had the answers. God had already answered me. I had already journaled it. I had already written it down. But because I didn't apply what I had written down, I thought I was still in a state of being stuck. When in all actuality, the answer was already given to me. And that's what I want to talk to you all about. Sometimes we've already been given the answers and we keep going and going and going and trying to take this class and trying to take, sometimes I'm in and out. Yeah, it keeps stopping and telling me, okay, we ain't gonna do this today, Facebook. Let's act like we're gonna get some act right in here today. Okay, it keeps telling me, yeah, because it keeps coming in and out. For some reason, it keeps telling me it's connecting. All right, I got it. All right. If this doesn't work, I'll re-record it and then I'll send it to you all in email form so you'll have it. So if you want to be on my email list, just go to RashidaLeverett.com. You'll see where it says I'm launching something big. Give me your email in there and then I can re-record this video and send it to you by email. If this doesn't work, I'll delete this video and send it to you by email. I'll re-record it and send it by email. All right, so here we go. Here is an answer. Here is what I want you guys to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. There is a he's called the Dean of Personal Development, and his name is Earl Nightingale. All right, and Earl Nightingale has a video or a recording, because back then it wasn't video, it was just audio recording. It's a video on YouTube, and it's called The Strangest Secret. Okay? It's called The Strangest Secret. And I was going through my journal the other day and realized I had taken notes, copious notes, on Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. And I want to go back through those notes and share with you all what I had written down, and it had already given me the answers to my questions. So, in the notes, in the video, The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale, he starts off with a very interesting quote. And it says, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal." And I will say that again. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That comes from Earl Nightingale. He said the biggest problem with people in the United States, now, I'm going to tell you this. The biggest problem with people in the United States is that we just don't think. We can think our way into and out of anything. Now, let me put a pin here. Earl Nightingale recorded The Strangest Secret during a time when there was an economic recession. During a time when people were at a loss for money. During a time when the unemployment was high. During the time, let me see if I can find this. I'm going to see if I can find the date that it was actually published. During a time when men and women did not have a lot of money, when there was hardships in people's lives, he recorded this recording called The Strangest Secret. All right. And if you get a chance, please go on YouTube and watch it. 1950. Let me turn my screen around to you all so you guys can see it. And so you can see on YouTube where you can find it. I want you all to go to YouTube, and I want you to find this recording. I'm going to turn my screen around so you guys can see it.
Written and recorded on a record in 1956
this
by
was
Earl Nightingale.
Earl Nightingale.
This message is the answer to the question that he had been searching for from the time he was about 9 years old. Earl Nightingale had been born in economically depressed times. As a child, because they were so poor, Earl desperately wanted to know why some people grew up to enjoy prosperity, while others, like his family, struggled merely to survive.
Do y'all see that? Okay. So I'm going to stop that. I'm just going to pause that right there so you guys can see it. But this is, when you get a chance after this live, I want you all to go on YouTube and listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. So let me go ahead and finish what I was saying. So I've listened to The Strangest Secret several times. I was first introduced to it when I was working overseas. So here's some notes that I've taken from that. He said, the opposite of courage is conformity. He said the reason why most people don't succeed where they are in life is because they feel like they have to conform and do what everyone else is doing. He said people continue to act like everyone else. This is why 35% of people are broke, and this is why most people at age 65 have not learned to become financially dependent, because they did what everyone else did. He said the reason why most people get up and go to work in the morning is because that's what everyone else does. And that's a conformity mindset. People have not learned how to live out of conforming to their neighbors. And I was looking at, well, how do we conform? This is a note I made. How do we conform? How do we become influenced by everyone else? And he says, most of us believe that our lives are shaped by our external circumstances. Too many of us live with the belief that life is happening to us and not for us, and that too many of us are outer directed instead of inner directed. And I'm thinking to myself, I taught this. I taught this with my students. I've coached people on this about how conformity kills, how trying to be like everyone else actually stops and halts who we are and who God created us to be. It takes us back to, reminds me of the parable of the talents, when the master gave all his servants the talents, but then you had that one guy who buried his talent because he was so afraid to go out there. He was so afraid to be successful. He was so afraid of the master that he did not take his gifts and his talents on the inside of him and just use them to be unique. All right. So let's go on. So Earl Nightingale spent years trying to figure out, why is it that some people succeed and why is it that some people don't? He could not figure it out. And so he called it the strangest secret. Okay. So he says, who succeeds? In all his studies, he said, who succeeds? The person who succeeds is the one who progressively pursues a worthy ideal. The person who progressively pursues a worthy ideal. Who succeeds? The person who sits and makes a determination in their mind, I am going to be, and then fill in the blank. And everything else is non-negotiable. Who else succeeds? The one who progressively works towards his goal. Who else succeeds? The one that does the job deliberately, intentionally over time. Those are the people who are successful. Those who don't conform. Those who believe that their beliefs are shaped internally and not externally. And those who go to pursue a worthy goal. Those are the people who are successful. Now, in theory, we all know this, don't we? We all know this. Every one of us know this. We know that according to Mark 9:23, if you shall believe that all things are possible to him that believe. You know, we know Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. We know these things. We know these success principles. But why don't we apply them? Why don't we apply them? And Earl Nightingale, he sought out to figure out why people don't apply the things that they learn. So, if you live out of conformity with the belief that everything you need is inside of you and that success is just progressively pursuing a goal, he said you will never have competition. Because there really isn't any competition, because all you have to do is create. Y'all, that right there made my baby leap. Okay? Because this entire time I'm like, why all of a sudden my client pool is drying up? What in the world is going on? Am I doing something wrong? Do I need to take a new class? Do I need to hire a coach? Do I need to do something different? Do I need to pivot? Do I need to do what all the online gurus tell me to do? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? No, the only thing you need to do is create. Create. We were put on this earth to create. And when we create, there's no need for competition, because what's inside of us comes out through our work. And it doesn't matter the occupation, according to Earl Nightingale. He says it doesn't matter. If you want to be a teacher, then a teacher is a person who decides that he or she wants to teach. If you want to be a doctor, then a doctor is a person who decides that he or she wants to be a doctor. If you want to be a CEO, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, if you become what you decide you're going to become. All you have to do is create that space and that life that you want, based on not conforming to what other people said. It was so strange to people when I decided to stay home and work. When I finally got the courage to not conform, to get out of the mindset that I had to go out to find me a 9 to 5. When I finally said, no, I'm going to work from home and I'm going to make this teaching thing work. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I know I wanted to teach. I knew I wanted to work from home. And to be honest with you all, I was absolutely scared. You know why I was scared? Because I was scared. What was people going to think? What was people going to think about me working from home? What was people going to think about me not working a traditional 9 to 5 after doing it for so many years? All right. What was people going to think about? You went to school and got all this education. You're just going to sit at home and teach little Chinese kids? I had people say stuff like that to me, but I just knew that I would not be happy. And I would not be joyful, and I would not be in a space that I'm in right now if I didn't do the thing that I decided I wanted to, regardless of what people said. Let me put a pin here before I finish The Strangest Secret. I heard somebody say this the other day. The reason why most of us deal with anxiety and depression and fear is because we are more concerned about what people think about us than what we think about ourselves. That's why we have anxiety. That's why we have depression. And that's why we have fear and sadness, because we're so concerned about what other people think about us. Oh, but when I went back in my notes and read, there really is no competition. All you have to do is create. That took me out. That took me out. All right. So, all right. And so he says in The Strangest Secret, why do some people continue to be successful over and over and over again, and others continue to fail over and over and over again? He said it's one word: goals. Goals. He said the difference between the person that creates and the person that criticizes is goals. The person that creates goals so they know where they're going. They map out a plan. They map out a plan. I can't even read my whole own handwriting. Let me calm down. They map out a plan. They put everything they need on their ship, and they steer their ship to the destination that they want to go to. That's it. The only difference between people who create and people who criticize is goals. If you write down your goals, and I know that y'all, we know this, don't we? We know this. This is not new. And as a matter of fact, it's not even a secret. But the problem is, the reason why many of us have not gotten to where we need to get to is because we don't write our goals down. We want to conform to what other people think about us. We're not progressively pursuing what we want in life. And we think that everyone around us is competitors. But if you create, you have no competition. All right. Earl Nightingale says, it doesn't take a big brain to make a living. It doesn't take a big brain to make millions of dollars. All it takes is for you to have a goal, have a worthy ideal, and aggressively pursue it, and nothing else. Don't think about anything else. All right. So here it is. Why do people with goals succeed in life and those without them don't? He said, y'all write this down if y'all need to. It is so easy. The key to success and the key to failure is simply this: we become what we think about all day long. It's so simple. Everybody's out here trying to, figure out, I do mindset work. And you're probably trying to figure out, why does everybody always talk about mindset? Because that's the strangest secret. And it's not even a secret. Even the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you think defeat, if you think lack, if you think scarcity, if you think hurt, if you think, jealousy, if you think competition, then that's what you create. That's what comes into your life. But if you think love and you think peace and you think power and you think strength and you think goals, then those are the things that come to you. We know this, y'all. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to drink me some water. How many of you know this? You know this information. You know that what I'm saying right now is absolutely true. We become what we think about all day long. I'll wait. I know. We already know this. This is easy for us, right? So, he says it doesn't matter if it's the Bible, Buddha, or any other great teacher. All the great teachers believe this one thing, and that is we become what we think about all day long. So we will create every habit, and so we have to create the habits and the emotions that are connected to our goals so that we can get a result. I'll say that again. We need to create the habits and the emotions that are connected to our goal in order for us to get the result that we want in life. I promise you guys. All we have to do, connect the habit and connect the emotion. So let me just pause right there. If you want to lose weight, okay, you connect the habit and the emotion to the result. So the result you want is to lose 10 pounds. Right? So what habits do I need to create? Habits of exercising, habits of eating healthy, habits of moving my body, and all of these other things we need to do. The result comes from our habits, and then the emotion. What does it feel like to lose 10 pounds? All right? What are my thought processes about losing weight? How would it feel to be 10 pounds lighter? And then you stay in that feeling and you continue with those habits until you achieve the goal. It's so, oh my God. I did this when I was writing my dissertation. What would it feel like to be to have a doctorate? Now what habits do I need to create to reach that goal? I need to read literature reviews. I need to write, I need to study. I need to make sure I practice my craft. Okay. So in order for us to get the result we want, we need to do two things. We need to connect the habit and the emotion to the thing that we want. And it doesn't matter what the thing is, as long as you connect the habit and the emotion to it. All right. Next is belief. He says, everything you wish it exclusively and do not wish for anything else. All right. Oh, this is so good. Yes, Jojo, is so good. Oh my God. Everything you wish for it exclusively and do not wish for anything else that's incomparable. All right. So if you're wishing to buy your first home, don't think of any other alternative. Well, maybe I'll just go get an apartment, or maybe I'll just move in with my friends. He said, Earl Nightingale says, no. Everything that you wish for exclusively, and you don't wish for anything else that's incomparable. And then you develop your habit and the emotion and connect it to the result so that you can achieve what you need. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, he said, the successful people in this world are those that look for the circumstances they want, and if they cannot find it, they go and create it. How many times have you all encountered people who would say, I can't find this or I can't find that, and then they would go make it? Let me put a pin there. All right. Think about the young lady, Sarah Blakely. Sarah Blakely is her name. She's the founder, creator of Spanx. Any ladies here, y'all know what Spanx are, the body shapers, okay? Sarah Blakely is the youngest self-made billionaire in the United States. She's the youngest. She had a problem and she couldn't figure out what to do with it. She couldn't find the solution to a problem. The problem was she wanted to wear pants, very thin pants, but she didn't want to have a seam. She didn't want people to see her underwear through her pants. So what she did was she cut out the feet on a pair of ladies' pantyhose. And she put those pantyhose on up under her pants. And she noticed that it shaped her better when she was wearing very thin pants. So now you didn't see her panty line. You didn't see her cellulite or anything. So she kept doing that. She kept going to the store, cutting out the feet of pantyhose, putting them on under the pants that she wear. She realized that she was onto an idea. She shared it with her friends, and boom, that's how Spanx was born. That's how we have a $1 billion company from somebody who saw a problem and he created a solution for it. So he said successful people, Earl Nightingale says successful people in the world are the ones that look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. So, some of us can get out of the situations we're in right now if we just be creative enough to think about how we can get out of them. Okay, so this is so good. Y'all, I can't believe I had the answers right back in here. He said, this is what you have to do. 1, you have to cultivate your mind each and every day for what you want. He said, the mind is a garden, and whatever you plant in it, that's what's going to grow. We know this, right? So if think of yourself as a farmer, and you want to plant seeds in your mind of what you want. He says you only have 2 choices. You can plant seeds of success, or you can plant seeds of poison and failure. Okay? He said the land will return to you whatever you plant, because the human mind doesn't care what you put in it. It is the same principle as the word of God that says, whatever a man sow, that shall he also reap. So your mind needs to be cultivated. Your mind needs to be watered. Your mind needs to be nurtured, and your mind needs to be pruned. And when you plant fear, depression, worry, that's the seed that's going to be returned to you. That's the harvest that's going to be returned to you. But if you plant creativity and love and joy and information, then that's what's going to be returned back to you. The human mind, listen to this language. This is in 1950. He said, the human mind is the last great continent, yet it has not been explored. Come on, Earl Earl Nightingale. Y'all, go on YouTube and listen to Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. Okay? He told everybody in this audio, he said, write down, I am where I am because of my thoughts. I am where I am because that's where I want to be, whether I realize it or not. I control my thinking. And when I decide to change my thinking, then I will change my circumstances. And then he quoted the scripture, as you believe, so shall it be unto you. All right. So let me summarize this. Oh my God, it's so much. It's so much. It's so much. Okay. He says, think about Newton's law. Think about Newton's law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In order for you to live the life that you want, you are going to have to pay the price. Okay? Paying the price is you have to put in the effort to get the equal result. Y'all, we know this. We know this. But why aren't we doing it? Y'all give me some feedback. Y'all give me some feedback. If we know this, why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we implementing these simple principles? Okay. All right. I'll calm down. Okay. So he talks about the price that we're going to pay in order to get where we need to go. All right. Understand, we have control over our thoughts. Cut the fetters of the mind and allow it to soar. Rise above narrow-mindedness and pettiness. Get out of limited thinking and prejudice and biases. Use all of your courage to think positively about your problems until you have solved them. Set definite and clear goals. Analyze your goals from every angle and with every possible solution that you can. Act promptly on what you want. Realize you're standing in your own acres of diamonds. You're standing in your own acres of diamond. No matter what, save 10% of what you earn and give 10% away. The more money you earn, the more money you should give away. Look at the abundance all around you and tell the world you have a right to every piece of God's abundance. Stop thinking about what you fear and replace it with your goals. It's easy to think negatively. Positive thinking is where you have to be intentional. He said, as soon as you decide on any goal that you want, work towards it and put nothing else in its way. You can belong to the top 1% of all Americans that earn high salaries. Don't worry about how. Oh, this is good. Listen, y'all, write this down. Don't worry about how the goal will be achieved. That's not your problem. That's not your concern. How the goal is to be achieved is God's problem. Come on, Earl Nightingale. All right, I need some feedback. Are y'all still here with me? Are y'all here? Did everybody leave? Was this too thick? Was this too heavy? Who's watching? Who's watching? I don't see the little live button anymore, so I don't know who's watching. But even if you're watching the replay, put your name, give me some hearts, or click in there and say, I'm watching, I'm paying attention, I'm taking notes, whatever it is you need to do. Are y'all here? Y'all listening? Can y'all hear me? Okay, here we go. I'm going to repeat this one again. You ready? Here we go. As soon as you decide on the goal that you want to achieve, you put everything else to the side and you work on achieving it. Do not worry about how the goal will be achieved. That's not your problem. That's God's problem. All you have to do is ask, seek, and knock. Ask and it shall be ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone that asks receives, and for everyone that seeks shall find, and to him that knocks, the door will be open to him. That's straight out the Bible. It's straight biblical. Next point that Earl Nightingale gives in The Strangest Secret. All you need to be successful is purpose and faith. Go after the goal that you want with calm assurance that you will meet it. He said, all you need to do is ask, seek, knock. Get up every day and give and expect nothing in return and act as if you've already done it. He said, for the next 30 days, create the new habits that you want to create the new life that you want. He said, read books, go to conferences, go to seminars, read any books you can. And then he recommends 4 books, which is, interestingly enough, I have all 4 of these books, y'all. He says, read Wake Up and Live by Dorothea. Oh, I forgot her last name. I got the book. The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. I actually think I got that one sitting here. Yeah. The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. Now, remind you, this was written in 1950. He recorded The Strangest Secret in 1950. All right? Read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And, of course, always read the Bible, particularly the Gospels of Jesus Christ. He said, use the instruction and the inspiration from these 4 books to create the system that you want for the new life that you want. All right. Hold your goal in front of you until everything has fallen into place. Stay calm. Don't worry. And don't go around telling everyone what you're working on. Oh, isn't that just like Joseph? He went around and told everybody what he was working on. Be cheerful. Don't let petty people and pettiness annoy you. Don't let any corrupt communication come from your mouth. All you need to do is be working on the goal that you want to achieve, because you will reap what you sow. Also, the only way to make money is to provide someone with a service, and in exchange, the only way to earn money is to provide people with a product and a service that they need and they find useful in exchange for money. Exchange your service for money. Making money is not success. Making money is the result of success. You can only earn money after you are successfully serving other people. He says you don't get heat from a fire until you start the fire. All right, next step. I'm almost done, y'all. I can't believe I had to go back in my journal. All right. You have to be of service first to people before you can get money. You have to be of service first before you get money. So how do you be of service to people? You build people up. You work with people. You follow your dreams. You create. You do this first, and there's no limit to the prosperity that God will have for you. All right, last part. Prosperity and abundance is built on the law of mutual exchange. Prosperity is possible when there is exchange of prosperity. The return will come when you contribute to the prosperity. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For 30 days, live these principles of the strangest secret. Document how the strangest secret has changed your life in a 30-day period. He said, write this down every day. My prosperity is the direct result of the service that I provide to others. And money is just a yardstick of the service that you provide to people and you exchange in the marketplace. Last thing, and then this is it. Earl Nightingale says, you cannot get rich until you enrich others first. Let's say that again. You cannot get rich until you enrich other people first. If you want more, give more. If you want less, give less. You can't manipulate people and become prosperous. The laws of the spirit cannot be broken. It is true back then when the righteous teacher said it, and it is true today. Whatever a man sows, that's what he also will reap. So, this is how you pay the price. Set yourself up a definite goal that you want to achieve. Do not run yourself down or speak negatively to yourself while you're working on the goal. Stop thinking about all the reasons that you can't achieve your goal, and instead think of all the reasons why you can achieve your goal. Trace back to your childhood to first learn about trace back to your childhood where you first learned that you couldn't succeed, and it will be revealed to you what's blocking your success thinking. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was so good. Trace back to your childhood where you first learned where you couldn't succeed. And then it will be revealed to you the blocks in your thinking that's stopping your success. Change the image you have of yourself by writing out a description of who you want to be, not who you are. Be future-minded and act the part of the person you want to become. And in 30 days, you will see a significant change in your behavior, in your relationships, and in your income. These are my notes from The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. So I'm going to challenge you all. I want everybody today, before you go to bed, before you lay down, I want you to go on YouTube. It's better if you put your headphones in. Put some headphones in your ear. It's about 40-50 minutes. And I want you to just sit there and listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. I had to go back into my journal to realize the notes that I had made. All the answers I had already written down. All the things that I wanted to know, I wanted to accomplish, I already knew this stuff. It's just that I didn't apply it. Have you ever done that? Have you known what to do and didn't apply it? Well, I'm going to challenge all of us to do that, okay? I'm going to create a challenge for all of us, a Strangest Secret challenge, and I want you to join me. So please go to RashidaLeverett.com. Sign up for my email list because I'm going to put the Strangest Secret challenge inside of the email. Okay, I'm going to send it through email. And we are going to collectively work on the goals that we need to succeed. But today, day number 1, your challenge is to go on YouTube. It's right here. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And I want you to go on there. This was put out in during a very bad economic depression. The Strangest Secret was produced in 1950 during a very bad economic depression, downfall. Similar situation to what we are in right now with COVID-19. Isn't that amazing? So that's your homework for tonight. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. I want you to take notes. I want you to share your aha moments in this thread. Please go to RashidaLeverett.com. Sign up for the email list because I'm going to be sending you guys the Strangest Secret Challenge. It is absolutely free. There's no cost to you. And we are going to work out our goals together. Are you ready? Okay. If you have the book, The Magic of Believing, go ahead and get that one as well. We're going to look at some biblical principles that Earl Nightingale outlined here in the audio, The Strangest Secret. And we're going to achieve our goals, y'all. We are going to be prosperous. We are going to be rich in recession. I believe that. I believe that. I believe everything that we are striving for, we are going to achieve it. Corona is not going to stop us. People are getting extremely creative during COVID-19. All right. Ever since this pandemic has set off, people have been creating businesses. People have been making extra money. People have been doing a lot of things to create the life that they want. Okay. Some people been sitting around watching Netflix all day. Some people been sitting around sleeping all day. But there's a remnant of people who have been out here creating, making money out of things they do by serving others. And that's what we're going to do here. So, RashidaLeverett.com, join up. You'll see where it says, I'm getting ready to launch something big. I want you to go there. I want you to sign up for my email list. And let's go ahead and do the Strangest Secret Challenge together. I want to show y'all what it looks like. All right. Let me show you where I need you to go. All right, let me turn my screen around. All right, there we go. Y'all see this? I want you to go right there, RashidaLeverett.com. Y'all see that? And I want you to go here where it says sign up now for the big launch. Click on that. Go ahead and put your email in so that I can send you the Strangest Secret Challenge. Okay, you guys got that? All right. Okay, you guys, we are going to stop here. I think I have talked enough. I am so excited about what we are getting ready to embark on. And tonight, I want to know, what did you all think about The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale? Because we become what we think about all day. And that is the strangest secret. All right, you guys, I love you. See you guys later. All right. Don't forget, sign up for my email list. Leave some comments below if you're in the replay. Thank you for joining, and I will see you guys later. I am Dr. Rashida Leverett, and this has been The Strangest Secret. See you. Bye-bye.